Good morning, Mike and Arlen, our Philippine journey. Thank you so much for joining us. Hey, you know what? I want to talk to you today about exactly what I think is bullshit. I'm going to call it like I see it, only because it's what we experience and what we see firsthand. No keyboard warrior stuff. This is all stuff that we see firsthand. And essentially, what it is expats and getting into a relationship and the families that they absorb or become a part of. Is it really so distant that they would make it that way? I guess I'm not explaining it well. Let's talk about it.
I never got it, why'd you have to go? I guess this world's too slow for you. I think there's beauty in the gray, the cold, but you just want the gold. And there's no way I can beat it, cause I got no chance, no chance when it comes to her. She got the glitter and the fame, and I just wasn't enough.
Okay. If you look through YouTube, you're going to find some very, very strong opinions on this. And in addition to those strong opinions, what you're going to find is a lot of strong comments. All right. And that is simply stated, I don't give anybody money. I don't contribute to my wife or girlfriend or significant other's family. They're on their own and they know that. And for some people, that's very true. But for most, I don't believe it for a minute. I believe men want to say how strong they are. They want to say, I am this way. They want to say, I'm in control of my destiny and nobody else's. And in some instances, they are. They're certainly in control of their destiny. But you know what? They're also human. I'm going to give you an example. All right. And it's not a negative by any way, shape, or means. And that this example is only one of many that we know. Now, we have, and before I even give you that example, two things. The first one is please do like, subscribe, share, hit that thumbs up, especially that thumbs up. It really helps. The second one is that the relationship that Arlene and I have with her family and the issues of finances, if there are any at all, it's not something we're going to delve into. That's our personal business and how we choose to do things. Okay? But we're going to give you some examples of things we see. Now, we have a lot of friends. Let me tell you about one of our friends. One of our friends has been in a relationship for somewhere around 10, 12 years. Okay? Married, I think, for like 7 or 8 years. Let me tell you what he has done. He has taken a family home and rebuilt it. And then, not rebuilt it, excuse me, expanded it, remodeled it, made it more habitable. Okay? Great. You know what? Then he took it and they built another home, their own personal home in the province. Okay? That's a second home. They own a condo here as well. Now, with that being said, he's also remodeled a third family home. Then he's gone back, tore down the original first family home, and built a brand new home for them. In addition to that, he goes all out every time they go to the province, which is quite often, actually. Okay? They go to the province. It's not uncommon for him to take 8, 9, 10 family members to the grocery store and easily drop 120,000. Takes him 2 hours sometimes just to check out because they're lined up with grocery carts. 3 children, not his wife's children. 3 nieces and nephews. All 3 are in college. He pays for all of it. He pays for their transportation. One of them commutes, pays for their transportation daily, snacks, and, of course, fees, tuition, books, etc. He also pays for 2 others who live on campus, or they don't live at home. They live where they go to college. That means room, board, books, tuition, and everything that goes along with it. So, you know something? His value to them is tremendous. And whether they take advantage of it or not, I have no idea. It's not something we talk about. But he's a very smart, educated man. And with that being said, I don't think he'd tolerate being taken advantage of. He just does this from his heart. He really and truly does. This type of behavior is not nearly as uncommon as people boast about. It's not nearly as uncommon. Now, you know, things change. When you get into a relationship and you're in the beginning of that relationship, you're just getting into the relationship, you've been dating, you're living together, you've been married. You know what? You don't really have a lay of the land in the first couple of years. You don't know where you're at with that. And you don't know where you're going to end up with it. For all we know, our friend's wife may leave him. I doubt it. I really do. It's not that type of relationship. They have a very solid, loving relationship. Now, we don't know what's going to happen. But my point with all of this isn't what's going to happen or isn't going to be what they're doing. My point with this is that I get all of these people. I read, you know what? I don't get many comments about this because we've never really touched on this subject. All right? And again, you know, we're not going to go into any type of support that we do or do not give to Arlen's family. Arlen's family, you know what? They have friends right there in the barangay, and it's none of anybody's business but Arlen's family and ours, whether we do or don't. Okay? Take a guess, take it either way you want. But my point is that I see all of these comments. I see bloggers who say, you marry into a Filipina, you marry into the family, but don't give them money. Don't do this. Don't do that. You know what? Who are other people to tell you how you live your life? Who are they? Can they say, be careful? I guess. Why not? Can they say, be rational? I guess. Why not? You know something? If you've got enough knowledge to get your ass to the Philippines, get into a relationship, and then structure it however you want it to be, isn't that your business? Don't let people tell you the do's and don'ts of what you're going to end up doing. Because quite frankly, they got no fucking clue what you're doing. They got no clue what happens. They got nothing like that. They may have experience of getting screwed over. Well, you picked a bad apple. I mean, we've all done that. I don't know a single expat here in the Philippines that isn't at least on their second wife. I'm on my third, very happily, thank God. But you see my point. My point is you see all of these blogs that tell you not to do this stuff, and they may very well be right, all right? Or it may not be within your budget, or It may be how you personally feel. Or, or, or. I mean, there are exceptions to all rules. But from another viewpoint, it is, what if you easily can? What if you can easily help? Are you doing something wrong by easily helping them? If you have the financial ability, and you know what? I'm not saying build them houses. If you have the financial ability to give them $20 a month, that's no different than having the financial ability to give them $100 a month or more or whatever. You got to think about how it feels to some of those people that do participate in that, how they feel about it. Do they get something, a reward internally to them? Do they do this? It's a tough thing. I want to know what you think about it. I want to know how you feel. So please, in the comments below, tell us, do you think that there are exceptions to rules? Do you think that, that it's absolutely positively necessary to never help financially? Do you think it's absolutely necessary to do help financially? Tell us what you think, and everything in between. Those things are important. Otherwise, thanks and have a great day.